Wait,
What you laughing at?
you and I.
Huh?
I'm laughing at you and I.
How you doing over there, man?
I couldn't be better. I was having a blast laying in bed, watching you handle all of these questions like effortlessly and smoothly while I was answering them over here on nothing but fuck shit. So I was like, hey, yo, thank God that Royce didn't chime me in here. And sure enough, yo, I'm just leaving the pod. I'm on nothing but fuck shit. Oh, what's up, man?
It's good to see your face, man. Good to see your face.
Good to see you as well. You look great.
Yeah, likewise, man. It's good to see you, it's good to see you in good spirits.
I think these niggas is lucky I ain't rapping. I swear to God. Hey, my money's on us. Stop. Yo, talk about something healthy, man. I'm telling you, I'm on bullshit right now. Oh, man.
Do you think that that's what that was the intention, to turn this into like a battle between us two and them two? And if so, what would be the purpose of that?
No, I don't think so, man. Let me stop talking shit for a minute. I don't think that. I think this is expression. And you got to support people's right to expression, right?
Yeah, I don't think it. See, I got this thing. I'm real big on trying not to invalidate somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
Like how you feel is how you feel. I just think it's difficult to toe the line between telling your truth and airing out grievances. It's a difference.
Well, what's the line? And who makes the line?
I find that whenever somebody prefaces whatever they're about to say with, "No, I'm just telling my truth," that's just another way of saying, justifying some bullshit that you're about to say. You know what I'm saying? When they do that, they tend to move the goalposts around at their convenience, because a part of what they're trying to do, there's also a manipulation factor that comes along with it that's necessary in order to be able to feel good or feel better about what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, but it's a slippery slope. Like, I can't say nothing about that because, like, I'm saying my truth is like you said, it's the license to just get your shit off, like to just say whatever you need to say. And I don't never want to step on nobody's truth. What I can say is that just from listening, it sounds like I have caused hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I put the onus on me. I clearly have caused some hurt, and it's manifesting in the form of an album. That's what I got. Like, I can't shit on nobody's experience. I can't talk about nobody's interpretation of the experience. I think some things that I'm reading and seeing and hearing, it's not my truth. But what can you say about it? Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high. Hov said, when you argue with fools, people from a distance can't tell who's who. And, like, I ain't trying to step on nobody. Like, get your shit off, yo. Everything ain't for everybody. I just want to try to understand it all. But in terms of this, oh my fucking God. No comment. No comment, man.
Yeah, these are just straight up diss records at this point.
To me, not you. You just an innocent bystander in this, yo.
No.
None of this is to you.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it's
it is.
Not, yo. It's not. You just catching the strays of it, but this is not to you, yo. This is a Joe Budden. This is to me.
Well, I put a big old bag on the table for the 3-man group because Joe is retired, but Roy said he not doing it without Joe. because Royce felt like we wasn't big enough or whatever that was.
That wasn't right. That wasn't right.
It's false. First of all, it's false. It's completely false. Us getting off the label and sitting for a year, that's false. And the thing is, bro, we can provide receipts for all of these things. Like, why are y'all lying? What's the purpose of lying? You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't want to do it because I felt like you were retired, I'd be well within my right to do that. So I don't have to lie about that. You know what I mean? Now, if we want to talk about letting a white man come up in here and try to tell us who's going to be involved and who's not based off of his feelings toward you, now we having a real conversation.
Hot take is coming out of me. I can't control it. No, you pop down. You talking. I don't know how to ever address these things publicly because I do a bad job at it. So that's why I just like to follow your lead here. But yes. And then the nigga gonna say a whole bunch of shit like I'm trying to paint a narrative. I'm not trying to paint a narrative. You keep talking, I'm gonna start telling the truth. Because the truth is like real simple. You niggas spent, not you niggas, let me not even say you niggas. Because Joel be innocent and shit. Yo, I can't speak to Joel. But Crook.
Yo, I'm going to give you that one. Don't call me out of my name again. I'm going to give you that one.
But I don't even hold that against them. That's just hurt people's shit. But Crook, at every turn, I said I'm retired to the fans. To you, I was truthful and said, hey, just not over there. And that's what boggles my mind the most about this, because that caused an issue between me and you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, how the fuck did this happen? Me and you had to have like some real conversations behind like friendship.
Yeah,
and
my whole Book of Ryan rollout was me getting asked questions about you. And I remember finally getting you on the phone and saying, yo, fam, what did I do to deserve that? Like, and it was like a long conversation that we had where we were yelling back and forth.
So that's my thing. Like, the conversations that needed to be had, like involving real shit, was just had. And for however many years now, Crook, you was the nigga saying, nah, I'm gonna stay OB. Let's stay here. I mean, he said that out his own mouth in the Twitter shit. Yo, I'm gonna stay. We should stay. Okay. So you stayed for X amount of years. And then you came around and somehow we had the conversations and we get off of over there for less than a year. Less than 1 fucking year. Less than a year. And this what you did?
It's hard not to be somewhat emotional about it, man, because it's like there's two sides of it. There's the business side of it. There's the emotional investment in all of the years, all of the sweat equity that we put into building something ourselves, brick by brick from the ground. And then there's also the friendship aspect of it. The friendship aspect of it, when you know that somebody is, you consider them a friend and you see watching them make a decision where you know that they are putting the friendship and the brotherhood on the chopping block for a check, and they're willing to do that. The last time something happened to me like this was when a very, very close friend of mine, you remember, sued me for $1 million because some lawyer told him that there may be $1 million in it for him. So he chose to to put it all on the line and take that risk and just say F the friendship. And it's just like, man, how can that not hurt, man? You know what I mean? Like, and when I say that, I'm talking about King Crooked. I'm talking about King Crooked. I'm not talking about Joel. I love Joel, but me and Joel never really been close like that. So he told partial truths in the song. You know what I'm saying? Like we were on the road and then we go home and we go kind of like to our respective corners, but not me and Crook. Me and Crook spoke every day, all the time. You know what I mean? Like there's not an amount of money that you can give me to blindside Crooked Eye. I would never do it. I would never do anything to compromise what I thought our relationship was. And he did everything. He put me in every position that you can think of, just as a friend. And he's the last person that I ever would have expected that from.
And he on Twitter saying Joe would never answer my call. Joe never called me. Nigga, every time we spoke, you was trying to convince me to take a deal somewhere. No. Not doing that. I understand your position because you be like you do things the right way. Like I maybe have gone like niggas could be mad at me for whatever the reason, but you be doing shit the right way. So for this to happen to you, like I feel bad for you, even though I'm the one getting this.
Now is not the time, man. Now is not the time. It's a time in the world where people are slowly waking up, stepping into a higher level of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like people are talking about economic growth. People are talking about coming together, bringing our finances together, controlling the black dollar, throwing around phrases like generational wealth, all of these different things. This is not the time to be dividing up against each other. You know what I mean? Like y'all did an album together before. It wasn't a problem then. Now, all of a sudden, you got to turn me into your op to do so. I can never be your op. I can never be an op of Crooked Eye or Joel Ortiz. Never. Not in a million years. I'd never let you do that. Never. All I can do is just gracefully bow out and put my hands up like this. And I feel the same way about Lupe Fiasco and anybody else who I've been caught on a public platform arguing back and forth with about something that can always be resolved. So it looks like to me that they're the ones with the issues. I don't have any issues with anybody. So if they have issues, those issues should have got brought to the table. You know what I mean? And all of the conversations that we've been having as of late and the order in which we were speaking, all four of us, the way that we fought to get the brand off of the label, all four of us, not just three of us, it don't seem like none of the moves that they're making now lines up with what we were doing and what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? And the doors to heaven have always been open. We don't need to be in a deal to make music. You know what I mean? They don't know about West Side Gun trying to get all of the Slaughterhouse on one song for his album. Like West Side Gun, this is for y'all, the people that are listening. West Side Gun reached out to me and he said, I want all the Slaughterhouse on one song and I want Joe on it too. I want to bring Joe out of retirement. I got Joe on the phone and talked him into the idea of doing it. And all he said was, I'll do it, but I got to come out to Detroit with you before Crooked and them get there. Because you know how it is rapping with Crook. You ain't rapped in a long time. Before Crooked and them get there, I want to come out there with you and just kind of like lay a few things and get myself back in the groove of doing it. But we was all set to do that. And then Gunn just decided to do something different. But that's the only reason why it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So the whole idea of Joey being in retirement and Slaughterhouse splitting up, we never split up. Like there's been times where we stopped and then we go again. We stop, we go again. You know, these are things that just happen. You know what I mean? Like there's been times where it's been issues and shit that needed to be discussed. We all had little issues here and there. And for the most part, we've been able to discuss them and get past them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe they're trying to discuss some of this shit and they just felt like they weren't heard. Like, I'm still trying to be empathetic and understand it somehow. Like, if you listen to Crook, he say, yeah, I've been trying to drive this point home forever. It just always ends in, hey, I brought some crazy deal with a lot of money to the table and he wouldn't take it. Well, yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that, and I don't like the whole misleading narrative that we've been doing other things and having them waiting, and they've been waiting on us. They've done more while Slaughterhouse was on like a timeout. They've done more than we have put together. Joel formed a whole nother group.
Nigga, Joel did a podcast.
Joel did a podcast. Joel did
fucking groups.
They did a group album.
Man.
Crook did a whole TV show. It's like nobody was waiting on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then everything that I've done outside of Slaughterhouse, I've always included Slaughterhouse. You know what I mean? So there never was a time where it was just like somebody was waiting on us. So it's like, if you're gonna tell your truth, man, tell your truth. Speak for you. Don't speak for us. Don't put words into my mouth. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that. And then, you know, like the whole just using my name and metaphors and all of that. It's like, come on, man. That's like shit the MCs do when they looking for a lyrical response. You know what I mean? And Slaughterhouse was never it was never built on division. Like, yes. I think one of the things that people were drawn to and what they loved about Slaughterhouse was the fact that we could unify 4 completely different entities and figure out a way to do 7 to 10 years together.
But niggas,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's the other part about it, Roy. It's like, in the middle of all that, trying to get off of Shady or whatever, right? Like, the common theme for at least you, me, and Roy and Joel was, yo, let's just make it fun again. Like, some of that shit that Joel is saying in these verses, like, yo, let's just get back to wanting to rap and have fun. And yeah, that feels good. But if one person is focused on all of this business shit and just is leveraging the business a different way, then it's tough to do that. Like, it's tough to just be about the fun of it. So that's just what's nasty. That's what's nasty to me about it. I don't like the way that Crook is shaping that whole. And I ain't about to keep getting to the fans and talking about ownership and what it means and what it's worth. If this is what y'all want to do, have a blast. But you can't ever get back to the essence of just rapping and having fun and what this shit was built off of if somebody else's agenda is somewhere different. And that's what I keep saying. Like, you can't say that about me. I just stopped rapping. I just stopped. I love this shit. I love it like you, nigga. But I stopped. It wasn't right. It was wrong. Let's get it right first. Let's not just keep doing whatever the fuck we was doing. That might be okay for some people. That's not okay. That's not okay for me today. Don't tell no fans about no fucking contract with it. Send something. Some humongous deal. That's the other thing. What's huge to you might not be huge to like, it's selfish. It's just selfish. It's selfish. And I can't continue to convince niggas to not take advances. Because I've been there before. And I hate even talking like that because it sounds like you shitting on niggas to take advantage. I done promised 2 and 3 projects for an advance sometimes. So I totally understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But 20 years in, no. And if my brother is rich, if me and Dill is in a group and Dill is rich, I'm never going to take I'm not taking no more advances. Nigga, fund this shit. I can't convince people of it. I can't convince people of how to do that. I can't. Not today. Have a blast. Do what you're doing. I wasn't even going to talk about this shit till the album dropped.
But we never, another point, another key point, important point is we never said no to that deal. We didn't turn that deal down.
Well, I asked a valid question. I said, see, because that's the other part that's getting mixed out of this. Fam, you were trying to sell ownership rights. If my understanding is correct, you were taking some money to sell ownership rights, and I just didn't understand it. I asked the question. Valid question. Hey, why would we do that? Why would we just make it make sense to me? I'm selling off some rights for a fucking check for a nigga to do what? But I can't tell somebody else what makes sense for them and what don't. I can't. But this is fucking disgusting.
This is all your fault, bro.
Somehow, probably.
This is all your fault, bro.
How do I fix it?
First of all, don't blame Paul. Paul.
Yep. I can fucking why I
Yeah, man.
I don't like it. I ain't saying nothing else about this till this album drop. Nope. I don't like it. Don't blame Paul. Don't blame Paige. I love you, man. I see you in here. I meant to hit you earlier. I love you.